Tony.
Hi guys, hope you're all good, having a good day. So this is the first in the UK. Brabus Germany haven't even built based on this model at the moment. They gave us a hard task of building it in the UK. We've only completed it yesterday, so I hope you guys really like it.
James, I'm not going to steal your thunder, but there's a great trio of cars here, so I'll leave you to
a little bit.
Leave you to introduce yourself and the cars.
I'm James. I'm the sales manager at SuperVura, and we brought a little selection with us today. We got the Jesko, which is the latest release from Koenigsegg. This was the first car in the UK, and the owner has kindly let us borrow it for this event. And then behind we've got the Regera, which has got effectively one gear, so it will go 0 to 255 in one gear. And then in the far corner we've got an Agera N, which is a one-of-one bespoke car from 2011. So a nice range of cars from different...
So there's a couple of things that really dial the driver into the car and bring that sort of passion for driving back, and like I said, that's the focus of it. We'd be more than happy to go into incredible detail with you if you want to come over to the stand later on, but this really is a leap forward in the second generation, or the second car in the next generation of Aston Martin following DB12. The huge change, and something that I know a lot of you will be most...
It's been a mainstay of the Porsche lineup since then. We've got two models on display here as part of our stand this year. We've got, obviously...
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Salon Prive London. We are delighted to be back here once again to kick off the concours season. Today is a very special day for RollsRoyce. We've got two fantastic commissions showcasing the very best of bespoke. Starting behind me, we've got an iced Arctic White Ghost, which has got an amazing and captivating interior, iced and moss and mandarin. And then over the other side, we've got Spectre. Spectre was launched at the end of Q4 last year. It is our first all-electric car.
Pereira. Isabel is with Lotus here in Mayfair. It's great for us to have Lotus with us. They've been with us at Blenheim before, but it's the first time they're here with us at London, and a great display here with the Emira and the electrifying Electra. Isabella, welcome to Salon Prive.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. David, thank you for being such a wonderful host.
2021 ushered in a new era for Maserati with a complete new product portfolio. And it started off with the MC20, our halo car. And you can see on my left...
It was first unveiled publicly at Goodwood last year, and we now have
faraway interior. So we call it the Serenity Experience, or Serenity Exterior and Serenity Interior. That's the P615 V8.
Specially curated collection of vintage Bentleys that William and his team have been putting together now for some years. So we're going to unveil these cars one by one, and William Metcalf, owner of Vintage Bentley, is going to talk you through them all. William, welcome back to Salon Prive.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Some familiar faces. As David says, this is completely unique. A little touch on our history. Almost 30 years we've been in business, restoring and rebuilding the finest vintage Bentleys in the world. We've also managed to sell quite some historic cars over that time. So we're very privileged and honoured to bring these cars here today. And we call it the ultimate collection. It is really the finest of Mr. Bentley's engineering and work. And if we open the first car runner, this is a 1925 Bentley Super Sports. They only made 18 of these cars. Each of them came with a written guarantee to do 100 miles an hour, and that was in 1925. Out of those 18 cars, there are only 4 left with original coachwork, so all of the bodywork is original. The leather in the car, the back of the seats is all original. And this is unrestored. This is a preservation class category car, and they are so rare, so unique. So to have one here today is fantastic. It starts us off beautifully into the collection, which if we move along, the second car here is a 1930 4.5 litre Bentley. no ordinary Bentley. If anybody has seen the Netflix series Peaky Blinders, this belonged to the landlord of the Southampton Arms. What the landlord was doing, walking into a Mayfair showroom, ordering a brand new Bentley, God only knows, but he did. Unfortunately, he didn't keep up his payments on the car, so Bentley Motors repossessed the car. So it had a bit of an interesting first 5 years of its life. It was then bought by one family and it stayed within that family up until just a few years ago. So nearly 80 years of ownership with one family. Again, this is preservation class. A lot of the leather in the car is original body covering, some of the original finishes, and on the engine still one of the factory seals. So it's incredible. It stands as a testament and a benchmark for this model. So this is a real reference car, and again, it fits beautifully into our preservation. Then moving along, the mighty Speed 6, Mr. Bentley's favourite creation. So this we've restored completely. This was another American Commodore recently, David, and it's a 100-point car, and this has had absolutely everything done. So there is a beautiful example of our preservation work and also our restoration work. So when this was delivered to Viscount Mandeville, there was only 2 cars built to this specification. And to homologate the racing at Le Mans, the uprated Speed 6 engine, this was effectively engine number 1 in this car here. So it is an absolute rocket, 4 people and luggage. You can put it in top gear, pull away, and it will take you to 100 miles an hour. So really something quite special. Moving on, here we have the 1925 Le Mans team car. So this, after the win at 1924, W.A. Bentley knew that he had to go racing. And this is the very car that he built to take on the 1925 Le Mans. So drivers were Kensington Moyer and Dr. Benjafield. And then you know your motoring history and Bentley connections, they're quite some significant names. This car we've restored actually twice in the last 20 years. It's raced all over the world, it goes everywhere. And managed to pedal it to a 7-minute lap around the Mans last year, so it's an absolute dream. Beautiful, love this one. We don't want to sell that one, don't buy that one. We want to keep it. Over here, the fastest pre-war Bentley ever built in period. The chairman of the company, Mr. Wolf Bonato himself, he wanted the bragging rights for the outright record at Brooklands, and they built the Bonato Hassan. It's recorded as being the most expensive car that ever ran at Brooklands.
This afternoon at 3 o'clock along the Grand Avenue. Here we are again. How many years? At least I've still got some there anyway. You haven't got that problem. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to Paul Beamish. Paul is the owner of Crazy Horse. Passionate about motorbikes, usual things, so the passion becomes a business. As I said earlier on, the Concours de Vent, all the cars in the Concours de Vent are for sale, and a lot of the brands here today actually launched.
The Mercedes-Benz brand is one of the big parts of our restoration facility. We've had a relationship with Mercedes-Benz as a manufacturer for over 40 years now. This car was restored completely in-house, from the panel work to the paint work to the engine to the interior to the trim. The whole lot's done under one roof in our.
This video is powered by Food Heaven. It's all plant-based foods. Go try it out.